Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something really important for leaders in healthcare and finance. It's this question. With data just exploding, and all the strict rules, plus the need for fast answers, can the Databricks Lakehouse actually give a real strategic edge?
Yeah, it's a big question.
And we're looking beyond just like faster storage. How could it genuinely change decisions, drive innovation, and handle compliance? It's definitely something leaders are watching closely.
Absolutely. I mean, just think about the sheer amount of data flooding in daily. You've got patient EMRs, claims, market data feeds, imaging files, transaction logs. It's immense.
Right.
And traditionally, this stuff lives in totally separate places, these silos. Getting a full picture, it's incredibly hard.
So the Lakehouse idea promises to bring that all together.
That's the core concept, yeah. One platform for, well, pretty much everything. Structured, unstructured, streaming data.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit. For someone running a hospital or maybe a big financial institution, what's the actual payoff? Why change from what they have now?
Well, the real power, I think, comes from connecting disparate data types seamlessly. Imagine a hospital, right? Being able to link clinical notes, maybe unstructured text with structured insurance claims data, and maybe even real-time data from, say, a patient's wearable device, all in the same system.
Okay, that makes sense. You'd see things you'd miss otherwise.
Exactly. You get much deeper insights. Plus, and this is crucial, you can run AI and business intelligence directly on that governed data. You avoid the risks and headaches of constantly copying and moving sensitive information around.
So like real-time fraud detection in banking,
Hmm.
or maybe spotting early signs of patient deterioration.
Precisely those kinds of things, built on one secure, unified foundation.
Got it. Now, you mentioned sensitive data. Healthcare and finance are, drowning in regulations. IPA, GDPR, CCR. How does the Lakehouse help there?
That's actually one of its major strengths. Governance is built in, not bolted on. You have technologies like Delta Lake. It brings ACD transactions, basically reliability guarantees, like for a bank ledger to your data lake. Ensures integrity.
Okay, reliability is key. What about access control? Who sees what?
That's where Unity Catalog comes in. It provides a central hub for managing permissions who can access which data sets down to a very fine level. And it keeps a full audit trail. So for compliance checks, proving you're meeting IPA or GDPR requirements becomes much, much more manageable. You have control and visibility.
Right, visibility is huge for compliance. What about just the sheer scale? Millions of patient records, billions of market transactions. Can it keep up?
Yeah, it's fundamentally designed for that kind of scale. The architecture scales out pretty effortlessly. So whether you're dealing with huge volumes constantly or you have sudden spikes in data, it's built to handle that without performance just falling off a cliff.
That's a big deal compared to older systems that often choke under load.
Definitely a major step up.
So let's bring it back to the leaders, the decision makers. What's the bottom line for them? How does this really impact strategy?
I think it boils down to agility and, well, faster innovation. Teams can explore data more easily. They can build and test advanced models like machine learning models much quicker and deploy them with more confidence because the governance is there.
So faster time to insight, basically,
Yeah.
leading to better decisions.
Yes, exactly. Think about being able to rapidly iterate on finding, say, the most effective treatment protocols for specific patient groups, or refining credit risk models in finance with much more accuracy and speed. The Lakehouse acts as an accelerator for those kinds of breakthroughs. It reduces friction.
Okay. And what about the people on the ground, the data scientists, the engineers? What changes for them?
Their roles become arguably even more crucial. There's definitely a high demand for skills in managing these Lakehouse platforms. Things like, Spark tuning, optimizing Delta Lake, setting up governance and Unity Catalog, managing models with tools like MLflow.
And combining that tech skill with domain knowledge must be powerful.
Incredibly valuable. Someone who understands both the tech and the nuances of healthcare or finance. They're perfectly positioned to tackle some really critical data problems.
So, wrapping this up then, the core message seems to be that this unified Lakehouse approach offers a pretty compelling path for healthcare and finance, a way to handle data complexity, get better insights, innovate faster, and, importantly, stay compliant.
Precisely. It addresses those key challenges, bringing data together, governing it well, and scaling effectively. It really can offer a tangible strategic advantage.
It only gives you something to think about. So, maybe a final thought for you listening. Consider the data hurdles in your own field. Could a unified Lakehouse architecture, something like this, be the key to unlocking new strategic value and really pushing innovation forward? Worth pondering. Thanks for this great deep dive.
My pleasure.